every single time a black woman is murdered, our womb is under attack because we birthed that black woman and now she can no longer create another black woman or man. Our womb is under attack. So let me tell you what today is the first day is. This is the first day every one of you have been recruited. You have been recruited to the army of justice fighters. You, and let me tell you something. This army, there's no prerequisite, but you want to fight for justice and you won't stop until freedom. This is not about just Black Lives Matter. This is about we are going to fight because we matter until freedom. This is about our liberation. This is about our right to live and be free and be valued. Come on, Queen! Breonna Taylor's life was valued. Somebody changed those diapers. Somebody took her to school. Somebody paid for her to take them EMT classes. We don't get the right to rob that and not get out here, so strap up. Strap up your boots. You don't gotta wear camouflage for this army. You can wear a hoodie, you can wear a cap to the back, but the prerequisite is you gotta be willing to fight until freedom. But don't show up at the front line. Don't come out to the march because we ain't ready to fight until freedom. Because we ain't free till we all free. And the injustice right here in Louisville, Kentucky, is the injustice everywhere. Yeah. And we all need to stand up and fight. So one more time for the people, freeway!
Give it up for Yandy, Portia from the Real Housewives, Young Jock, the folks from Love and Hip Hop. We got a march. And today is not about anybody else but Breonna Taylor, so y'all stay focused and keep your eyes over here on Tamika Palmer and the family. I want to introduce two young artists that want to share a gift with you, Miss Tamika Palmer. Please give it up to Sean Ali, the grandnephew of the indomitable, brilliant Muhammad Ali.
Peace, peace, peace. How y'all doing, Louisville? Put y'all L's up. This is home, man. I'm full right now. I was full when I came here. I've only got more full being out here. I got Miss Palmer right in front of me, and you were on my mind when I wrote this piece for you and about you and to your family. And I'm gonna deliver it. I've never done it in front of you. And I just want to say you're such a light. You beam light, and you beam love. And I've been here with you. I love you. And I'm standing with you. To Kenny's mother over here, to the whole family. I love all y'all. Y'all give this family a round of applause. Yes! What's that? Oh yeah, they want me to speak up. My fault. I've been over here just chill, moving out. But I'm gonna get into it. I gave it to Kenny last night. I'm gonna get into it. This is for Breonna. I wrote this 6 months ago, so feel it. I said the last 6 months, man, they been straight crazy. The tear gas that had the whole city skyline hazy. Justice delayed, moving slow. What's the answer? They say maybe. But I'm standing with Miss Palmer till it's justice for her baby. Head been hot like a sauna, witnessing this drama. Thinking how they stop and frisk my guys for marijuana, but they still ain't win and touch them cops that went and killed Breonna, huh? I said freedom cut me loose. Freedom cut me loose. I was speaking from my heart on something, nothing but the truth. Streets podium and now I spill it in the booth. Change gon' come, we gon' be that living proof. We gon' emit light until freedom rings and justice sings. That's word to Tamika Mallory and all y'all frontliners out here tired of these casualties. Seeing black lives, man, swiped away so casually. It's like they mad at me. They shot David McAtee. What the guy was doing, cooking chicken and some mac and cheese. I wasn't even in it, but I'm getting in it specific, exquisite with the lyrics, cause we gifted and we black gods. But they kill us like we don't matter. People at the bottom of the platter. Climbing the ladder of the masters just for a piece I'm speaking for peace, peace and power from the east to the west, because we the best, the untouched. They want to call us niggas and slaves for some big butts, but we some real kings and we some real queens. I ain't even Muslim, but I'm steady on my deen, trying to live my life right, trying to live it clean. I ain't Yandy, but my true love is hip-hop. These niggas out here weak, they ball short like a TikTok. This is for you, Miss Tamika Palmer, because in Gilead where Jesus was as a bomb, and we standing with you, shining light till we free, till we free. Love to you I give, and love is what I mean. Peace and power.
Give it up to Sean Ali. We have another brother named Kane who got a gift of words. Came all the way from New York. Give it up to Brother Kane.
Freeway! No justice, no peace. Hey, this crowd is beautiful. And everybody here, we want to thank you all. I want to thank everybody behind me for allowing me to have this opportunity. I did travel all the way to New York and relocated to Kentucky to have this opportunity. And God brought me to Kentucky so I can have this opportunity, and I'm thankful. Without further ado, Breonna, this is for you. Dear beautiful Breonna Taylor, the loss of your life is major. These racist officers had no reason to send you to the Creator, so we down here fighting for your life, and we want justice right now instead of later. I mean, the essence of your presence and knowing that your spirit is a healing one really makes me feel some type of way to know that you were killed just for fun. I mean, why did they enter your home? All because of suspicion of drugs? These officers need to be arrested and convicted for first-degree murder, because in reality, they are the real thugs. Jonathan Mattingly, Brett Hickinson, and Miles Cosgrove. The fact that they enter your home with a no-knock search warrant dressed in plain clothes allowed me to know that they had other intentions. Not to mention, District Attorney Wine asked for the charges against Kenneth to be dismissed because they never said your name or mentioned they had shot you. Therefore, I say this act is definitely vicious. Then to try to blatantly charge Mr. Walker with attempted murder because he popped a cop? But I guess it's okay for them to kill us, huh? Nah, see, that's where this shit needs to stop. Oh yeah, I know they can see the vision, and that's the reason we screaming no justice, no peace. See, we just want equality instead of seeking vengeance. Oh, Bree, did I forget to mention that the WNBA has placed your name on the back of every jersey in your remembrance? The people in the city of Louisville, Kentucky love you, and they really do miss you, as do the rest of the world. I know this for sure, and this I know. But please do me one favor, and then I'll let you go. Please give me a hug so that I can take you back to your mother's home. God bless every one of y'all. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you, Brother Kane. We also want to salute frontline organizers across the country who are also commemorating Breonna Taylor today. From New York to Oregon to Michigan to California to Austin, Houston, Dallas, Florida, Washington, D.C., Arizona, all over the country, people are stepping up to renew their calls for justice for Breonna Taylor. We have some frontline organizers here with us. Brother Marcus Coleman from Atlanta, Georgia, wants Miss Tamika Palmer to know that the family of Kendrick Johnson, whose case was just reopened this past week, stand in solidarity with you and they love you. And they sent Marcus out here to make sure you got that message personally. We also got a frontline organizer from St. Louis, Missouri, because we can't move on. Ferguson sparked a nation. Mike Brown help spark a movement. So we need you to remember those that were on the front lines years ago, because they're still on the streets today. So give it up to our dear brother, organizer, and strategist, Tory Russell.
Talk your shit. Talk your shit.
First and foremost, on behalf of Mike Brown Sr., Ferguson Frontline, I get it like Breedway. We say A1 from day one. We just want to give our condolences. We call it a commemoration on August 9th. For us, we don't like to gather around only the commemoration, but like we say, we just practicing for a freedom party in the future.
That's good, that's good.
As we build a movement, we can't forget nobody.
That's correct.
We can't forget a single soul. So for the Travis Nagleys,
Keep going! Keep going!
we have a Darren Seals in Ferguson, Missouri, who's no longer with us. See, in this fight, it ain't gonna always be cute. For 6.5 years, we've been struggling in Ferguson. I mean, we family, right? I see y'all on Facebook like we was on Facebook. I see y'all on Twitter having these debates, and I get it. But one thing is for certain, I'm not gonna get out the streets because I disagree with you. I'm never gonna do that.
That's right.
These families need justice. And we done organized probably over 100. I drove from Ferguson to meet Tamir Rice's mother on the funeral. I've become an ambassador for Ferguson, meeting families in this way. To Kenny Walker, mother. Because in the movement, they got a narrative where black men not going to stand up for black women.
Talk about it.
That ain't our narrative. You raised a hero. You raised a warrior. So it's a mandate for every black man out here. You need to be Kenny Walker. Now, I'm from the hood. My hood look like the West End. I'm from the west side of St. Louis. Now, you can't say that you tough and you willing to beef with somebody else, but the police can do whatever in your hood. Now, if you can go shoot your brother, then when the police come and you know what type of time they on, where you gonna be? I don't have no fear of the police. And I know you gonna criticize what it look like. I'm sorry, elders, I love y'all. But this ain't your mama and daddy's civil rights movement. This gonna look a little different. This gonna look like tracksuits, hats to the back. You gonna see some brothers out here, they was wearing masks before the pandemic at the protest. So for us, it ain't about what's legal. We ain't worried. I vote, I do that, but look, it ain't no election today. So where are all the voting Negroes at between the election day and the next election? Is you in the streets with the people? Is you feeding the people? Is you sheltering the people? You provide healing for the people? Because the only way we gonna get free is protecting our black queen, praising our black queen, respecting our black queen, and we gotta be willing to live, kill, or die for our black queen. So from Ferguson front line to Breonna, to Flint, to Miami and the Porking Beans, to the west side of Chicago, to South Africa, to the Congo, to Jamaica. We need black love, black unity, and black power. I said we need black love, black unity, and black power. Now that's the recipe for black freedom. I love y'all. Peace.
All right, y'all. I know y'all ready to get out here and make some noise. But before we do that, say her name. Say her name. Say her name. All right, I got one special guest. He's going to take us out. What's understood don't need to be explained. So I'm just going to keep it simple and sweet. Y'all give it up for Dr. Umar Johnson. Come on, King. Come on, King. I said.
Black power. Black power. Black power.
Come on, man.
Queen Mother Fannie Lou Hamer once said that she was sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I'm here today to say that I'm also sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of police killing black people knowing that they won't be held accountable for it. I'm sick and tired of the federal government, the state government, the municipal government making excuses for why police are not held accountable for killing black people. And I'm sick and tired of the black church taking our money on Sunday but not fighting for us on Monday. I'm sick and tired of the black church preaching Jesus on Sunday, but you won't preach justice on Tuesday. I'm sick and tired of black people having time to do everything else but fight for justice. I'm sick and tired of America claiming to be the land of opportunity when in fact she has been a land of genocide and extermination, not 400 years ago, but yesterday. Brothers and sisters, police kicked in the door of Breonna Taylor's home and shot her in cold blood, and then had the nerve to say they were justified in doing so. Well, according to the United States Constitution, 4th Amendment, citizens have a right to be safe and protected in their person and property and home against unreasonable searches and seizures. So the question is whether or not Breonna Taylor is a citizen, was a citizen of the United States of America. The Second Amendment says that citizens have a right to own, bear, and use arms in the defense of their life and family. So when Brother Kenneth pulled out his pistol and let one off, he was exercising his constitutional right to defend his queen and defend himself. So how, under God's heaven, can he be charged with attempted murder of police who did not have a constitutionally valid right to be at Breonna's home in the first place? And then the question, why was 32 bullets necessary? According to the police, they expected Breonna Taylor to be home alone. So if you go into the home of a 26-year-old young black professional female, why in the hell do you need 7 police? And if you go into the home of a young black professional female who you believe to have been in the home alone, why did you let off 32 bullets? I'll tell you why they let off 32 bullets, brothers and sisters. They let off 32 bullets because they intended to kill anything that was in that home, so there would only be one version of the story. They let off 32 bullets because they intended to take the life of whomsoever was in Breonna's home, because they wanted to make sure the fairy tale that they've been telling on ABC, and the fairy tale they've been telling on NBC, and the fairy tale they've been telling on Fox News, they wanted to make sure they would be the only one to tell their story. But thank God for Brother Kenneth Walker, and thank God for sparing his life, because had the universe not spared Brother Kenny, we would have never known what happened in Breonna's home that night. And then on top of all of that, after you put 6, 8, 10 bullets in our sister, you didn't even have enough respect for black life to call for a medic. You didn't even have enough respect for black life to call for an EMT. You didn't even have enough respect for black life to get on the radio and demand some medical attention. There's 3 killers who are free right now. There's 3 killers who have not been held accountable to justice. But they're not alone. Mayor Greg Fisher, you have Breonna's blood on your hands. Attorney General Daniel Cameron, or should I call you Attorney General Coon? You have Breonna Taylor's blood on your hands. Governor Andy Beshear, you have Breonna's blood on your hands. According to the United States Constitution, if a public official cannot carry out the duties of office, if a public official cannot protect the constitutional rights of all people, then the federal government has a right to come in and make them do it the right way. I submit that Attorney General Daniel Coon Cameron does not have the ability to protect the constitutional rights of black folks. He should be impeached and he should be removed. My question to you, Attorney General Cameron, how much money did the police donate to your gubernatorial race to make you turn your back on your sister, Breonna Taylor? How much money did the Republican Party put up for your election so you could turn your back on Breonna Taylor? I want to know, what kind of a black man sides with the white man against a black woman? I want to know. What kind of a black man becomes the highest ranking law enforcement officer in the state, and when 3 racist white cops kill a black woman, you ride out with the damn cops and don't ride out with the black woman? I wish I could have a conversation with your mother and father so I could find out what the hell was they doing when they made your black ass. Governor Andy Beshear, I understand that you don't control the Attorney General. I understand that he was publicly elected and so were you. I understand that you are a Democratic governor and he's a Republican Attorney General. But Mr. Governor, don't you dare think for 1 minute that you ain't culpable in this cover-up of police genocide. And to you, Mayor Greg Fisher, what the hell kind of police department are you running down here in Louisville? I'm trying to figure out how you got elected 1 term, 2 term, and now your ass in a 3rd term, and you ain't brought justice to black folks not a single day since your crack ass been in that office. Since 2015, the Louisville Metro Police Department have taken the lives of 20 people, mostly black, and we ain't heard a word from you yet. That's 4 police killings a year since 2015, and all of them have been on your watch. I read a newspaper article where 2 Louisville police pled guilty to sexually harassing teenage underage girls. One of them harassed the sister in the back of a police car. Another one tied up a woman and fondled her breasts at her place of business in full uniform. Did you know that all 3 of Breonna's assassins had a record of police misconduct? And did you know that one of them had more than 100 pages of allegations and records of police brutality and excessive force? So even if you thought a search warrant was necessary, them 3 damn devils wasn't the ones to carry it out. I want to wrap this up, but I want to say this to newly elected President Joe Biden. And I want to say this to newly elected Vice President Kamala Harris. For the last year, don't tell me to be nice. I'm unapologetically African. Don't ever tell Dr. Umar what to say out of his goddamn mouth. say what I want to say, where I want to say it, and how it needs to be said. Like I said, President Biden and Vice President Harris, you've been in office for 60 days. And every time I wake up and turn on the news, I don't hear nothing about Breonna Taylor. I don't hear nothing about Ahmaud Arbery. I don't hear nothing about Sandra Bland. I don't hear nothing about all the black people who were murdered at the hands of police. Now, President Biden, you told black America that if we stand with you, you will stand with us. Kamala Harris, you told black people that if we show up on election day, you will show up for us. Well, it's been 60 days and neither one of you have showed up in Louisville, Kentucky. President Biden, Kamala Harris, you are Democrats. The governor of Kentucky, a Democrat. The mayor of Louisville, a Democrat. And I'm going to say this here. I don't know who told the Democratic Party that they own the black vote. I don't know who told the Democratic Party that black America are your field Negroes. I don't know who told the Democratic Party that you can beg us for votes and not deliver when the time is right. So, with that being said, Governor Beshear, you will be a one-term governor if those 3 killers ain't locked up soon. President Biden, you will be a one-term president if Breonna's 3 killers ain't locked up soon. Kamala Harris, you will be the first woman president in American history. All power to you. Good luck. But if those 3 men who killed Breonna Taylor ain't locked up soon, your ass will not be going to the Oval Office. Yes, we came here today to mourn. 2 minutes, I'll be done. I heard the black bourgeoisie is in full force out here today. So let me say something to you bootlicking ass uppity Negroes who don't like to fight for the people on the bottom. Not all pastors, but most of them. Not all politicians, but most of them. Not all scholars, but most of them. How big? I need some water. Don't give me no CIA water. And don't give me no FBI water. You sure this ain't the FBI's water? Black power. I said black power. I said black power. Brothers and sisters, we came here today. That's Breonna's spirit. But I'ma say this in my low voice. We came to remember Breonna.
Yes, yes.
But we also came to fight for Breonna.
Yeah.
We came to stand with Sister Tamika and Auntie Bianca and the whole family, but not just to memorialize, but to energize. Because although the white power structure won the first battle, this war is far from over. Today is the beginning of the second battle for justice for Breonna Taylor. So what exactly do we want? Governor Beshear, Attorney General Cameron, Mayor Fisher, President Biden, Vice President Harris. We want, number one, a new grand jury. Attorney General Cameron sabotaged the last grand jury. He withheld evidence from the last grand jury. He did not make them aware that there were 6 different murder charges that they could have considered for Breonna's assassins. And with this new grand jury, that house Negro in Lexington is not to come nowhere near the next grand jury. We want a special prosecutor that has no relationship or conflict of interest with the police department or the Republican Party. The second thing we want of 3, we want a United States Department of Justice investigation, Civil Rights Division into the systematic civil, constitution, and human rights abuses of the Louisville Metro Police Department against black people. And the third thing we want is we want a new Attorney General in Kentucky, and we want a new mayor in Louisville. And if Governor Beshear don't get his head screwed all right, we're gonna want a new governor. And if we don't get what we want, the Democrats will not get the White House again. If we don't get what we want, the Democrats will not keep the governorship of Kentucky. If we don't get what we want, the Democrats will not keep the mayorship of Louisville. I close with a quote from my ancestor, Frederick Douglass. My family was brought to America in 1701, most likely from Yoruba land or Igbo land, Nigeria. He was a black man by the name of Bailey, enslaved in Talbot County, Eastern Shore, Maryland. He married a black woman, Grandmom Selah. In 1745, they had Grandmom Jenny. And in 1774, Grandmom Jenny had Grandma Betsy. Grandma Betsy was an enslaved African, but she was married to a free black man, Grandpa Isaac. They had 12 children, one daughter named Harriet and another daughter named Betsy. These 2 women, my 4 times great-grandmother and 4 times great-aunt, were raped by the white man who owned our family. And as a result of the rape, in February of 1818, Aunt Harriet gave birth to the greatest black leader in American history, Frederick Augustus Washington Bailey. At the age of 20, Cousin Fred ran away and he changed his name from Fred Bailey to Fred Douglass. In 1819, 1 year after Frederick was born, my grandmother Betsy gave birth to his first cousin and half-brother, my 4 times great-grandfather, Stephen Henry Bailey. They were brothers because the slave master was daddy, but they were cousins because the slave master raped both mothers. It's going to turn off. So let me go with the quote. We got the march. All right. Frederick Douglass said, "If there is no struggle, there is no progress. Those who profess to favor freedom and deprecate agitation are like men who want crops without plowing up the ground. They want the rain, but can't stand the thunder or the lightning. They want the ocean, but they're scared of the awful roar of the water." He said, "For 20 years, I prayed on my knees to God for freedom, but the good Lord gave Frederick no freedom until I got up off my knees and started praying with my feet." He said, "If there is no struggle, there is no progress. Those who will not fight for their own freedom have no right to be fought for by others." Louisville, Kentucky, I love you. Say her name. Say her name. Say her name. Say her name. Black power.
Y'all ready to make some?
So we're about to march. Y'all ready to march? Y'all ready to march? So we're going to have 2 of our finest pastors, one from Maryland and one from New York, help ground us. And then we're going to give some instructions around how we marching and where we marching. So give it up to Reverend Marissa Farrow and the Reverend Stephen Green.
Family, we are preparing to march. And when we march today, we're reminded of the fact that there were some young soldiers who recognized that they had to continue a fight after Moses died. There was a new generation that recognized they still had to get to the promised land. And I know that sometimes we get weary, but the Moses generation that has helped us get so far, we want to thank them. We want to thank all those freedom fighters who helped us get this far. But this is our fight. And we cannot allow our children to keep fighting this same fight. If you've seen the movie about Fred Hampton, you heard him say, "I am a revolutionary." And I want to know if there are any revolutionaries who are ready to fight today. Will you say, "I am a revolutionary"? I am a revolutionary. I am a revolutionary. And we're not going to stop until we tear down these walls of injustice. And it took Joshua and the children of Israel 7 days around the wall of Jericho. And it got tough and it got long and they had to spend some time in jail. But on the 7th day, they kept on marching. And so 1 year later, we're about to make some good trouble in Louisville, Kentucky. If you're ready to make some good trouble, let's get ready to march. I am a revolutionary. Let's get ready to rumble.
Let's get it. Breonna Taylor. Say her name.
All right, y'all. It's a few instructions before we start this march. So I need y'all to listen up and pay attention. 2 seconds.
What we're going to do is, if we can get everybody to go towards the street, we're going to be marching west on Jefferson. The family will have a banner in the front, so if everyone can be respectful of the family, Tamika Palmer and the family, no one be in front of that banner. They're going to march in front and everyone else can be behind them. We're going to ask that the Breonna family especially be up front, on the sides, and be chanting and leading this march with the family. Media, we're going to ask that you please respect the family and the boundaries. If they ask you to step back, please step back. And also, under no circumstances do we align ourselves with LMPD. We don't care where they are, where they want us to go. These are our streets. Whose streets? Whose streets? All right, if we can all head towards the street. If you need a paramedic, please put your hands above your head in a cross position. That's the sign for paramedics. If you need a paramedic, just please scream out and put your hands above your head in a cross position.